Design? Check. Display? Check. Camera? Maybe? Check. Redmi series, a more budget-focused smartphone from the company, Xiaomi has come a long way. I remember the first time I got my first Redmi Note phone was a Redmi Note 5 Pro, and truth be told, I loved that phone to death. 7 generations later, we have the Redmi Note 12 Pro 4G. It is a little bit confusing with the naming because Xiaomi has decided to produce 5 phone variants under the Redmi Note 12 name. Redmi Note 12 Pro Plus 5G, Redmi Note 12 Pro 5G, Redmi Note 12 Pro 4G, Redmi Note 12S, and lastly, Redmi Note 12, which is a more budget-friendly smartphone compared to other variants. Just as many other smartphones, the Redmi Note 12 Pro 4G comes in a boxy design, which depending on individuals' preferences, you might love the design or hate it. I think the design is great, except for the massive bump at the back of the phone. When placed on a flat surface, the phone will rock unless you use the back cover that is already included in the box. At the bottom, we have the charging port. Of course, it's a USB Type-C. A microphone, SIM toolkit where you can choose to use a single SIM and a memory card, or you can use 2 SIM cards and sacrifice the memory card slot. The volume keys and the power button, which serves as a fingerprint reader, is on the right hand side. It is placed in a natural position where one can easily reach the power button and unlock the phone. At the top, we have the speaker grill, and oh yes, this phone supports stereo audio, which is absolutely nice. A headphone jack, another microphone, and an IR blaster for controlling your home devices. Even though the back cover is made out of plastic, this phone is a fingerprint magnet. Whichever color that you choose, you are going to have a problem with the fingerprints sticking on that back shiny cover. The 6.67 inches display on this phone is amazingly good. We have an AMOLED screen with a peak brightness of 700 nits when using the manual brightness slider and 1100 nits when using automatic brightness. Paired with the 120 Hz refresh rate, you have a super fast increased looking display. The display also supports Dolby Vision, which is a game changer especially for individuals that love consuming content on their smartphones. The colors are good when watching content. For example, the blacks are very deep and the saturation and contrast ratio is just immaculate. I would say the display is the selling point of this device. Even though it is a 1080p display, there were no corners cut. Redmi Note 12 Pro 4G has crazy cameras. The main shooter is a humongous 108 megapixels camera. The camera takes good-looking images with lots of details that can surely impress. The camera can also record 4K footages at 30 frames per second, which is a very good feature to have on these cameras. An 8 megapixels ultra-wide lens is also present, 2 megapixels macro and a 2 megapixels depth sensor, which are better than nothing. With enough lighting, one will be able to take good-looking images with this smartphone. For selfie, we have a 16 megapixels camera which can take also good-looking images and also can record 1080p videos at 30 frames per second. There's no 4K recording using the selfie shooter. There are some things that I loved about Redmi Note 12 Pro 4G. The 67-watt charging brick included in the box is more than enough to quick charge the 5000 mAh of battery that the phone comes with. The side-mounted fingerprint is accurate during all the time that I used it. Inclusion of NFC is a good touch, where one can use it to pay for stuffs using Google Pay or GPay. Bluetooth 5.0 assures that connection range with Bluetooth is good and there is low latency when playing video games when using headphones. For a budget phone, UFS 2.2 is good for transfer and write speeds, and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G is a good chipset when paired with a 6 or 8 GB of RAM. IR Blaster is one feature that I love. It is so handy, especially where your remote control batteries die or you misplaced the remote. Then there is what I did not love when using this phone. Android 11 in 2023 is a suicide for any phone company releasing a phone in 2023. We are a few months from Android 13, which means Android 12 is stable. Why release a phone with Android 11? Come on Redmi, you can do better than that. Even though Redmi has promised 3 years of major software update and 4 years of security patches. This means that the last major software update for this phone will be Android 14. Compared to Samsung A24, this is still a letdown because this phone will get up to Android 15. As of writing this script, I received Android 12 update with MIUI 14 skin. The bezels also are not symmetrical, where the lower chin bezel is massive, but you will get used to it even though this looks ugly. Redmi Note 12 Pro 4G is a good device with amazingly good specifications. The AMOLED screen is a good touch paired with 120Hz. The animations are good compared to other phones, and this makes it feel snappier when using. For the price and what you're being offered in the box, I believe this is a good deal. You'll get a silicone case that is transparent, a 67-watt charging brick, a USB Type-A to C charging cable, and a phone in the box. This is too much stuff if you ask me, especially in 2023 where manufacturers are removing things from the box such as the charging brick. This video has not been sponsored by Redmi. Each and every word said on this video is my own. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.